how you guys are doing. This is your girl Kiki, your host and your favorite podcaster. How you guys are doing? I hope you guys are having an amazing day or amazing night. I am having a good Friday. Today is Friday, January the 12th. All right, 2024. All right, and so I am very, I feel very blessed, and I am happy. And I always love to do my podcasting. This is like a soothing type of feeling every time I'm always doing my podcasting. So I appreciate all my listeners, everyone that has been devoted into listening to my podcast, supporting my business. I truly appreciate that so much. I'm just happy. I guess that's where I'm at right now. I'm just very happy. All right, so you probably want to know, what is today's topic? What are we going to discuss for today? All right, right. I know you guys probably want to know, all right, and I'm going to drop the ball and tell you, all right? So today's topic, I thought I'd touch on about YouTube, all right? So for all my business people, or people that want to start leaning towards trying to do videos on YouTube, this episode is definitely for you, so you definitely want to watch it for sure. All right, for sure. All right, so I did a blog, and my blog that I did a blog on is Bright Lights Big Channel, the ultimate guide to dominating your YouTube and getting subscribers. All right, so if you have been struggling, business owners, if you've been struggling with getting subscribers to your YouTube channel, I want you to definitely listen all the way to the end. I think you will enjoy this episode so much. All right. I'm going to definitely deep dive into my blog, because I did do a blog, and you can find all my blogs on Medium. And if you can give me claps, which what that does, it does help me with being able to make some type of commission off of my blog. So now I truly appreciate if you take the time to do just that. Also, if you do go to my website and click where you see where it says Medium, it may have you to create an account. All right. And so if you, which is not hard to do, but I know how some people are. Some people's like, oh, I don't think I want to create an account and go through all these steps. All right. So if you don't, then let me know. You can reach out to me on my Kiki's Talk Facebook page, or you can just simply email me at kiki_talk@yahoo.com, whichever one works for you. But if you go on my Facebook page, you can search, like if you have a Facebook account, you can go and search Kiki's Talk, which is KEKE_S Talk, TALK. Search for that in the search bar. I should come up. My page should come up. So when my page comes up, just go there. And of course, you can message me. There will be a message button tab, and you can just easily say, can you send me the link so I can actually view your blog without creating an account. All right. But if you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you could go ahead and create the account, because it's not that much. I promise you it's not. It won't take that much of your time to create an account. Go ahead and create the account. You don't have to be a writer to join Medium. A lot of people is on Medium just to simply read. I mean, because there's a lot of authors and a lot of writers that is on Medium right now, and they just love to just read what the writers and authors are posting and publishing. Okay. And so there is a lot of people in there that's just there just to read only and not to write. All right. So I don't want you to get alarmed and thinking, oh, I have to start writing now. I have to start, become an author and start publishing books. No, you do not have to do any of that. You can just create an account, sign up, and just be there for reading. And it's like, your own digital magazine or however you want to look at it, your newspaper, however you want to look at it. But Medium is a great platform, and there's a lot of people on there, way more people than you may think is actually on Medium. All right. So, but anyway, I am definitely on Medium. All right. And I'm there for the writing purposes, of course. And so I have been publishing a lot of blogs, and I'm hoping that you guys support me. All right. I truly appreciate if you could. Like I said, it's not that, the process of creating an account is not that lengthy. I promise you it's not. It may be less than 2 minutes. All right. So, but if you can just do that for me, I truly, truly appreciate. Create the account. Once you create the account, then you'll be able to have the ability to give me claps. All right. You can give me claps on this article, this blog specifically, or if you happen to stumble up on my other blogs and you happen to like those, you can give me claps for those too. I truly appreciate it. All right. So I need all the support I can get, and I truly appreciate if you do, but I love to be transparent and be very honest. The claps will help with getting me commissions. All right. So that means, of course, I make some type of money, off of it. All right. Now, how much, it varies. I'm gonna just be really honest about that too, because sometimes depending, and I think it goes by how long the person is literally on your blog or on your article. Sometimes, a person can make 5 cents, 10 cents, 13 cents. It can go up a little higher than that. It can go to $1. It can go $5. It just depends on how long the person is literally on your blog. I'm being very transparent and very honest, and that's the truth. All right. So just keep that in mind. But a person can make money off their blogs, but it's just based on how long the person is on there for, and also if they give you claps, and and of course take the time to give you a comment regarding the blog. Like if they really like it, sometimes some people, if they'll be really impressed with the person's article or their blog, then they'll go ahead and actually, give them a review and just say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I think that your writing was amazing on this. I am, however the person may say it, but, they may take the time to go ahead and give that person a review off of their blog. Do you have to do that? No, you don't have to do that. It's not even mandatory to do that. But, it does help the author or the writer that did the blog. All right. So I just want to state that. All right. So like I said, ton of support. I appreciate it. All right. So I did do a blog, and I am going to take the time to read the blog regarding about YouTube. All right. But not just that, y'all. Not just that. I have some amazing, I'm gonna call it amazing gift for you. All right. So I was on this amazing training, y'all. All right. And shout out to Christina Rowe. All right. But she always give nothing but gems. And so anyway, Christina had she did a training, and she had invited a amazing guest that is going to dive more into YouTube. And I wanted to share that with my listeners, because I actually attended this training last week, and it just dawned on me, why not share this with my listeners, especially since I do want to touch on about YouTube and touch on trying to help people to figure out how to get subscribers to their YouTube channel, if you have it, or if just someone that's just been kind of procrastinating, their mind is wandering back and forth whether or not they should create a channel or not. Hopefully by the time you listen to my episode, you will be ready to go ahead and go full force. You be ready to go ahead and create that channel and get started. All right. Because it's really not that hard. It's not really that difficult. But sometimes you have coaches, or you will have a mentor that will say so much and may put your mind into a, what is the word? Put your mind into a, I don't know, like an overdrive, or more like a, I got too much ton of information. So sometimes too much information may stump you into to the point where you are you're doubting yourself. You're I don't know if I should do this now. All right. So I've been there and I've done that, y'all. All right. Because I'm big on trying to educate myself. All right. I'm big on that. And I'm big on attending trainings, free trainings, paid trainings. I'm big on doing that. All right. And so I've had a lot of coaches, and I've had coaches that have said a lot of things that you're going to hear in this training. All right. And that did had me where I felt like I didn't know if I was doing my YouTube channel right. I'm just going to be really, really honest with you guys. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the blog so we can go ahead and get started with the actual training here. All right. On my blog here, like I was saying, it is called Bright Lights, Big Channel, the ultimate guide to dominating YouTube and getting subscribers. All right. So it is not that lengthy of a blog. All right. It's just 3 minutes. So I hope you take the time to actually read it. You can find it on Medium, but of course you can just go straight to my website, which I will provide for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and just start reading the blog. All right. So in the brave new digital world, everyone is a star. All you need is a cell phone and an idea. But this sea of creators vying for attention, how can you make your channel stand out? How can you attract the subscribers you need to turn your dreams into reality? We have got you covered with this comprehensive guide. All right. So step 1, pick a lane, know your niche. Before you start creating, ask yourself, what's your channel all about? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you like makeup tutorials or skincare tips? What's your thing? Pinpointing your niche is like picking which position you will play on the card. It determines how people will react when they see one of your videos. Step 2, content is key. I'm going to say that again, y'all. Content is key. You might have heard this before, and it's true. Quality content is what makes viewers hit that subscribe button. Plan out each video like it was Michael Jordan's winning shot at a basketball game. Make sure each piece of content brings value, whether it's through education, entertainment, or inspiration. Now, keep in mind, in this training that I am going to play for you, she touches pretty much everything that I am saying. And so you definitely want to stay to the end to hear this, okay? Her name is Marley Jax, by the way, but she is very, very good, all right? Very good. She pretty much is going to touch on everything that I'm pretty much saying in this blog about how your content is the key. And so, yeah, so I'm going to continue here. Step 3 is go hard or go home. Be consistent. Regularly post content to keep your audience interested. It does not matter if it's once a week or twice a month, as long as it's consistent. Remember that your subscribers are fans, and they are watching for more than just one video. They want to see what else you got up your sleeve. And this is so true, y'all. Being consistent is so important. Like, so important, right? But it is gonna either make you or break you. So be consistent, all right? And you can do it once a week. You can do it twice a week. Set a schedule for yourself. Some people actually literally, when they do their YouTube channels, they only upload once a month. If you feel like that's what you need to do that. But I'm going to recommend that you do it a little more than just once a month, all right? I think once a week will suffice. That means that's four videos in a month. I think that will work. And I think that's a consistent type of normal consistent schedule. So because that will total up to 4 videos within a month, all right? And then if you do it all the time, think about it. If you do that for a whole year, that is a lot of content that's already uploaded on your channel. So just keep that in mind. Let that resonate for a sec, all right? So step 4 is talk to your fans. Building a relationship with your audience is key. When someone comments or on one of your videos, respond. If a fan asks something interesting in the comments section, make a follow-up video and give them credit for asking such a great question. Doing things like that creates team spirit. It creates the feeling of community, which helps everybody grow. So think about this. if anytime anyone comments something on your video that you have made, definitely take the time to answer that question. Like if they had a question, or if they just, said something, about the video, like if they said, compliment you and said, thank you for the training, or thank you for the content, it was amazing, anything like that, always comment something back. And then not only that, on your next video, give them a shout out. Like if they said amazing content or amazing video you did, then you can shout them out. You on your next video say, I want to shout out such and such, she commented, or I want to shout out I don't know, I want to depending on who it is, if it was a male or a female, doesn't matter, but just say that I want to give them a shout out, say their name. So I'm just going to throw a name out here. So I'm going to shout out Pamela for she had commented on my previous video, and you can say what the previous video was, and then just say, I appreciate the amazing or positive words that you had commented. I appreciate it. I wanted you to know that I did read it. Things like that will help your viewers. That would let them know, oh my goodness, she's actually reading her comments. Like she's reading it. And so that would make them more involved. That would make them where they want to engage with you more. And other people would want to start engaging, because other people might want to say, I want to shout out. I want to be shouted out. So then they might that might pull them into wanting to comment on your stuff, And so when people have questions, answer those questions. So like in your next video, you can say, so someone, you can say, well, Tom, I read that Tom had a question for me on my previous video. I want to go ahead and answer that question for you, and then just answer the answer the question on the video. Also, you can answer the question in the comment section as well. So you can do both. You can answer their question in the comment section, but also shout them out and answer and go ahead and announce the question on your next video. I mean, there's no wrong or right way to do this, but I do highly suggest that you should do that. All right. And another thing is that I want to say is that when you because we don't always have the correct answers to all the questions that will be asked. So I'm just going to say that too. So when you don't have the answer to the question that someone may ask you, then just be honest. Say, I don't have the answer to that question right now, but I will investigate and have an answer for you. And when you mean by investigate, meaning that you will try to find the answer to the question. So whether if you go however you have to do it. If you have to Google it, all right? But whatever you need to do, try to answer that person's question, okay? Because they asked you, all right? And hopefully, the question they asked you is pertaining to something that you had discussed in your video. Hopefully, all right? Hopefully it's not just some weirdo question that someone decides to ask. But hey, we I don't know. Some people might actually do stuff like that, But hopefully, we're just going to say that, that they are going to be asking a question that's pertaining to something that you may have discussed in your video. And if that's the case, then answer the question. And if you don't have the answer, be honest and just say, I don't have the answers, but I will get back with you, because I'm going to investigate and have an answer for you. All right. And so, and if you want to go ahead and go as far as letting them know how long they should give you, because sometimes that will help your credibility. And the person might not think you forgot about them. You can just say, allow me 48 hours to have an answer to your question, or allow me 24 hours. I will have an answer to your question. So stuff like that helps so much, and even makes you look more professional if you do it that way. And not only that, but make sure you do exactly that. So how many time you told them to give you, make sure you honor that. So if you said give you 48 hours, make sure you back commenting with that person within the 48 hours that you said. All right. If you said 24 hours, make sure you're back with that person commenting to give them that answer back within the 24 hours. All right, make sure you do that. All right, make sure you stay true to what you said. All right, because that is important as well. You don't want to just throw in some numbers or throw in some hours or time frame, and then you don't hold true to what you have said, because that person would be like, okay, she lied. She said she was going to be back. She was going to get back with me in 48 hours, and she didn't do that. Or he lied. He said he was going to, you don't want to be presented in that type of way. All right. So to avoid that, just go ahead and make sure that you're back and messaging that person within the time frame you gave them. All right. I just want to make sure I state all of that, because all of that is so true. All right. And that's going to hurt your credibility if you do start slacking and not hold true to the time frames you setting in place. All right. But I do think you should do it, just because it just helps the person to know, how long, it's going to take you to have the answer. Because some people start wondering and pondering. And if you didn't give them a time frame, they automatically got things pondering in their heads, thinking, okay, she's a flake or he's a flake. He's not going to hold true. And so giving them a time, they more relaxed. They're more like, okay. So she said, give her 40 hours. I give her 48 hours. He said, give me 48 hours. I'm going to give him, 48 hours, or even the person, if it's okay to even say, give me 72 hours. That's 3 days. It's nothing wrong with that. If you told someone to give me 3 days to have an answer for you, that's nothing wrong with saying that. But that just let the person know, like, okay, I have, I'm not going to worry, because they told me to give them the 3 days. I'm gonna give them the 3 days. All right. So just remember all of that. All right. Let's see. I think I was on step 4, so and move on to step 5. All right, so step 5 is optimize for visibility. Remember, SEO, yeah, it still applies here. Use keywords, tags, and thumbnails that draw attention to your videos. If you are not sure how to do this, there's plenty of YouTube videos on the subject. Just search for them. So when I did step 5, and when I said optimize for visibility, being able to be a part of SEO and making sure that you use keywords, it is not, so it's not, I don't want you to put all your full focus on that. Okay. I do believe keywords is important, and it does help. It helps because of the fact that when someone is searching something, and of course, people love to search on Google and they love to search on YouTube. So when they are searching, because Google is the biggest search engine, all right? And so when someone is searching like a specific keyword, of course you want your video or your your website to pop up in that top search. Like that's what you want. So because that way people will you'll be visible, and people will be able to learn about you and get to know you. All right. So that's some things that you do want. All right. And I do believe it is important, but I don't want you to put your whole full focus on SEO. All right. I don't want you to do that. All right. But I do want you to consider it. And also I do want you to learn about it, and I want you to add these keywords into your videos. I do want you to do all of that because it is important to do. I don't want to make it seem like it's not important, but I don't want you to put your whole focus point on that. And honestly, in the training, you're going to learn a lot about this, and she touches on this because, again, there's so many coaches, and that's where I was hinting towards a little bit previous when I was talking to y'all. That's kind of what I was hitting on when I was saying I even personally have had coaches that said that SEO is so important, and that you have to have keywords, the right keywords to put into your videos. And by the time you learn all this, you start to ponder and wonder, like, oh my goodness, I have to have the right keywords. So what should I talk about? What I should touch on? What should I, and then all these things start coming in your head. And then before you know it, you'll get to the point where you won't even you'll stop making videos, just because the whole time you so big on focusing on, okay, I gotta make sure I'm not just talking about anything. I gotta like talk about what is big, what is the trend, what is the trend topic what is people searching for. I got to touch on that and be specific and kind of find keywords regarding that. You'll start pondering all that in your head. I'm going to tell you to calm down and don't do that. All right. Do not do that. All right. And I wish someone would have put me in my place and said, girl, don't do that. But it's because I listen to so many coaches and so many people that does so many trainings, and to the point where, I started thinking like, okay, I can't just talk about anything anymore. I have to make it be more about what is the trend topic, what is people searching, what is people searching on Google and YouTube, and so but that's not what's important. What's important is you establishing a brand, and not only establishing a brand, but once you have established a brand, take it to YouTube, talk about it, engage with your viewers, and have fun, and be teachable, and offer, and not only be teachable, but also offer value, be educational. All right. And once you do all of those things, everything else is like easy breezy. Reason why I say that, because you will have viewers start watching you. They will start engaging with you. And if you just be yourself and not worry about all that SEO stuff, best believe you will get the viewers, and you will start having people commenting on your videos. You will have people following you, subscribing to you. When I say follow, that's really, if you're on YouTube, it's subscribers. All right, you'll start having people hitting that subscribe button. It's going to get very, very interesting, and it's going to be fun. All right, and so just remember that. All right, so step 6 is promote. So do not be scared to put yourself out there. Share your content on social media. Collaborate with other creators. Promote your channel everywhere. Just like a basketball player playing both offense and defense. You have got to be everywhere in order to win. All right. So don't forget to promote yourself. So yes, if you have a Facebook, if you have an IG, which is Instagram, if you have a TikTok account, if you have Twitter, if you have Threads, whatever social media platform you are on, that you are on, then definitely promote your YouTube channel. Okay, do not be afraid to promote it, because if you don't promote it, who's going to? Let's just be honest about that. If you're not out there promoting, who else is out there promoting you? So you got to do the job. You got to promote yourself. You are your biggest, I'm gonna say your biggest supporter. All right, so promote yourself. All right. Step 7 is learn from your mistakes. YouTube comes with a lot of analytics. Use them to understand why something isn't working or why it is working so well. Coaches adjust the game plan at halftime, and so should you. All right. So keep in mind, basketball coaches all the time, they adjust. They really do. They adjust their game plan during the halftime. All right. So that's the time they take to go ahead and view what is some things that they saw that didn't work, when their players were out there, playing. And so they come up with strategies. They come up of different ways or different methods. If they saw something that worked, they'll tell their players to keep pursuing that, keep doing that. Some things they see that didn't work, they'll tell them, okay, don't do that no more because that didn't work. So just like how they do it, that is how you have to do it with your YouTube channel. So analyze your analytics. Look and see with some topics that you touched on that seemed like it didn't get that much viewers. And the topics that you did discuss that got amazing views, then maybe that is something that you could kind of focus on. It gives you a better idea of what worked and what didn't work, if that makes sense. So definitely don't be afraid to do that. Definitely consider that, all right? And implement that for sure. Step 8 is channel grows slow. Big channels don't become big overnight, and neither will yours. Keep uploading and do not get discouraged by slow growth. Remember that everybody starts at 0 subscribers. Keep in mind that your YouTube channel is a reflection of you and your hard work. Take care of it and watch it flourish like a plant. Now, go out there and create something amazing. So that is my advice to y'all. And I hope you enjoy my blog. That is just simply, that's it. that is my blog, and I hope you take the time to read it yourself. All right, but I took a lot of thought. I put a lot of thought process behind making this blog. All right, so I just wanted to state that. Another thing that I want to touch on before we get into the training itself is I want to go ahead and kind of go over my actual YouTube. So November the 4th will actually make it be will hit 5 years that I've had my YouTube channel, which is Kiki YouTube channel. All right, and so I love that channel so much. Okay, so right now it's just 4 years, and like I said, time go by so fast, y'all. I didn't even realize it's been. I'm up there like thinking it's just been 3 years, but then when I actually went to look to see, it literally, I've had that channel for 4 years now. November the 4th would make it 5 years. That would be my anniversary. I'm so proud of that channel. I really am, just because it did take, for me personally, it took a lot of time for me to get the amount of subscribers that I actually have. All right. So I have 1,000 K subscribers right now. It's 1,000 plus. All right. Of subscribers right now on my YouTube channel. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it was not easy at all. It took me, I'm going to say it took me probably about 2 years to get it up to that. It was not an easy process at all. All right. And I'm gonna be honest, when I say consistency is really the key, y'all. And I have not been consistent on my Kiki YouTube channel at all. I have moments where, I be consistent, and then I fall off the wagon. I fall off, and before you know it, I'm not making content hardly anymore. And then I make them here and there. And like right now, I'm just now becoming active on that channel again. But even that being said, I haven't been going full force at all. There was a point where I was actually uploading on an everyday basis, and then I had a moment where I was just doing it, uploading once a week. All right, but I do highly recommend, if you do decide to go ahead and give your YouTube channel a try, I'm going to say at least do it once a week, so that way that actually does give you 4 videos within in a month. All right, I think that is a reasonable amount of consistency of uploading. All right, and for me, I did choose Sundays as my time to upload when I was doing it once a week. But again, like I was telling y'all, I had a period of time where I was just literally uploading every day. All right, that is a lot. That's a stream. All right, and I don't expect you guys to do it that way. But if you got the time to do it that way, then if you do, that's great. All right, but I'm just going to tell you not to put that much pressure on yourself to do it that way. Like I said, once a week is pretty reasonable, I honestly believe. All right, as far as what day you choose, that is really up to you. You have to you have to know that. You have to be the one to know what day will be the best day for you to do your uploading. You have to know what day would be the best day for you to do your videos. All right, that only you can control that. All right. So I just want to state that. All right. On my channel, like I said, I'm really proud. Now, I did last year, and I want to say, I don't remember what month of last year, but I decided to go ahead and create me another channel, and it is called Beauty After 40 with Kiki. All right. And it's really just strictly supposed to be about skincare and makeup. And so I'm going to start being more active on that channel. I was very active at one point, and then I kind of slacked off, but I'm gonna try to get back active on that channel. But that channel is supposed to be geared more towards just skincare and makeup, whereas my Kiki YouTube channel is more about business, talking to business owners, trying to educate business owners on how to get their business growing, how to get their business successful. All right, so it's more about that. All right, so I'm planning on being more active on both channels, because having a YouTube channel, y'all, is everything. And when I mean by everything, it does help gain you credibility. It helps you to get more people watching you, and then it's more sustainable. Like, as far as like, if you're choosing like, okay, what platform should I just go full force on, I'm going to tell you, make it be YouTube. All right. And reason why, because there's so many people literally on YouTube and even on Google, searching. So think about this. Someone searching something that you discussed, that you talked about, and remember, if you put in, you tag that specific keyword that you had mentioned in your video into your video description, you should populate up. You should come up. All right. So that's why I'm saying it is super duper important to do keywords, but I don't want you to make it like, I don't want you to have it where that's all you're thinking about. All right. But it's important to add them. So that way, when someone is searching, you will populate up and you will come up. All right. But also, if, making sure your headline, your caption on your videos, is pertaining to what you're talking about. Don't be having some crazy, don't be talking about cats, but then on the topic of your video, it's mentioning dogs or it's mentioning horses. That's not pertaining to what you were actually talking about. So make sure it makes sense. Okay. Make your caption resonate with what you was actually discussing inside your video. All right. I just want to state that too. Because I'm going to be honest, some people literally do this. Some people will have a completely, like a off caption on their topic, and that's not what their caption doesn't resonate to what they were literally discussing in their video. And you're like, okay, why was that caption saying this when they're clearly not talking about this? So I've ran into a lot of videos like that, and I don't know. Some people call those clickbaits just to get you to click on that. I don't know. But either way, it's falsifying. And usually that doesn't get you viewers, because you will literally make viewers mad at you. You start making people mad at you and like, okay, you made me click on this for nothing, because people literally would get mad at you. I'm going to be honest, I've gotten mad clicking on something and it wasn't even relating to what the caption said. All right. So it doesn't make me mad to the point where I'm actually commenting them. But there are some people that will literally get so mad to the point where they're commenting that person, giving them their piece of their mind. All right. It's not worth that for me. All right. I do get upset, but it's not to the point where I'm going to start commenting that person. It's not worth it. To me, it's not. All right. But what I am saying is, don't be that person. Please don't be that person. Please make sure your captions relate to what you actually are discussing. All right. I think I want to drop that gem in here because it's important. All right. All right. I think enough talking about my YouTube channel. Y'all kind of get the point about it. But if you want to subscribe, of course, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my channels, both channels, if you want to. I appreciate it. All right. Also, I do have my Kiki's Talk podcast episodes uploading on my Kiki YouTube channel. So I just want to state that too. So that way, if you want to subscribe to my Kiki YouTube channel, you can, because also you will definitely, all my episodes from my podcast do get uploaded specifically on that channel. All right. So I will appreciate if you could subscribe, I would love it. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the actual training. The training, y'all, is an hour and 32 minutes, I believe. I'm going to try my best to play it to that length. But if I don't, because I might not, if I don't, I'm going to figure out a way to get this video specifically over to my Kiki's Talk Facebook page. So we will see. All right, we'll see how this will work. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the video. I hope you enjoyed the training. If you don't get to hear me talk anymore, I just want to say I love you guys so much, and I enjoy hosting and talking to you guys, giving you my advice, giving you my wisdom, and just speaking my piece, speaking my voice, giving my voice. That's important to me, and I enjoy talking, and I enjoy you guys listening, and I'm hoping you enjoy listening to me, and I hope you value everything, getting value from what I am saying. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. All right. Enough talking now. And I'm going to go ahead and play this training, but definitely take notes, because she is dropping gems, y'all. Really, seriously. She is definitely dropping gems, and her name is Marley Jax. All right. But listen to her story, y'all. 9 months and you're gonna be amazed. It took her 9 months to get subscribers the way she got subscribers. Okay, I don't want to reveal anything. I want you to hear the training. I want you to take a ton of notes, and I want you guys to go out there and rock it and kill it in your YouTube channel. All right, so that's all I gotta say. That is all I gotta say. I want you to do. I wish you nothing but the best in your YouTube journey. All right, so enough talking, and I'm gonna play this training.
Everybody, I'm here with Marley Jax, and we are so excited to be here. She is absolutely amazing. She has over 100,000 YouTube subscribers. She got them 9 months, which is incredible. She's filmed a documentary. She's an award-winning film producer and a content strategist. Hi, Marley. I'm so happy that you're here and excited for today.
Excited for today. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I know we got a bunch of people in Zoom, and we also have a bunch of people on Facebook and everywhere, and just so happy you guys are here. Thanks for joining me today. So we still have tons of people coming in, so I might stall for a little bit of time. Would love to get to know you guys. Please put in the chat. I know we're working out some of the chat logistics, but if you can share with me in the chat, tell me who you are, where you're coming from, what kind of business you have, if you guys are currently on YouTube or on Instagram, or what kind of content. Tell me a little about you guys while we're getting more people into the Zoom. And okay, awesome. We have Carol here, Sheila, Amy, hello. More people joining us like crazy. This is awesome. Guys, I'm really excited to share this presentation with you today. I'm thrilled that you have chosen to spend your time with me, your most important non-renewable resource, that is time. And I don't take that lightly. I never want to waste my time, never want to waste yours. And thanks so much, Christina, for having me. It's so fun to be here. And I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today, because an hour from now, you will have the keys to becoming the icon of your industry. Now, why would you want that? Imagine that in just a few months, your name could be the one that everyone in your industry is talking about. You become the respected, trusted leader in your field, the category king or queen. But this isn't a dream. My name is Marley Jackson. That's what I do for a living. I turn people into industry disrupting icons through their content. If you want that, can someone put in the chat icon? Just blow up the chat with icon. I want to see that we got a lot of icons here, and I just want to get a feel for how many people we have here that would be interested in that. Would becoming more famous for the right reasons, or getting lots of attention to your business, help your business. Awesome. I see we got a lot of icons in the chat here. Awesome. Love to see that. Guys, you're going to be recognized as the industry leader, all thanks to disruptive content. I help people create disruptive content that allows them to separate themselves from everyone in the industry and become a category queen or category king. But why should you trust some random lady from the internet? Let me introduce myself. My name is Marley Jax, and my team and I consult with some of the top names in the industry and turn them into icons, into household names, and inevitably successful entrepreneurs with content empires that allows them to convert their influence into currency. So that's what I do. Chances are you don't really care too much about me. You care about what you do. And here's the thing, I guarantee that the world also cares about what you do. So what I'd like to do in this training is show you how to get your message out there in a way that you won't just blend in with the crowd. I'd like to show you how to create iconic, constantly talked about content and marketing campaigns that can disrupt any industry or niche, but without flooding the internet with the same old content that's just like everywhere. It's a sea of sameness. Do you know what I mean? And just to be clear, we're going to be talking today about creating disruptive content to become the face of your niche. So this is not for people who want to be average. This is for the 1% who want to build a brand with a legacy through organic content. Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. I know we're working on the chat so that it's not just direct messages. We're going to make it so everyone can see it. Christina is working on some of that, but feel free to put a 1 in the chat. That sounds like you. Yes. I see a bunch of people. Crazy money-making lady. I love the names in here too. This is awesome. Matisha says yes. Zandra, Ibel, Nina. Yes, I got so many 1s in the chat. Yes. Love it. And for people that also want to stop being left in the hands of unpredictable paid ads, blow up the chat with some more 1s if that sounds like you. You don't want to be stuck with Zucker stuff. There's nothing wrong with ads, but just if they're your only source of lead gen, your hands are tied a little bit. Yeah, I see a lot of 1s for that. That's a big one for sure. Yeah. So out of respect for your time, I don't want to waste another minute. I want to jump straight into what I prepared for you, okay? Most of the people would think that I would come in here and share some tips. Just use organic content to grow your audience and know your audience and dial in your niche and find keywords that people are already searching for and just make content about that. Just hook, story, offer. Just have a strong call to action, send to a funnel, collect $1 million. Done. That advice used to work. It did. But have you noticed that when things work, this crazy thing happens? Everyone does it. And then it becomes plain old vanilla status quo bandwagon crap, like real fast. So let me share my screen with you so you can see this presentation I put together for you. All right, here's, click on slideshow, and then I also want to make sure that I can see the chat, still see all your faces. I love when I can see those cameras on too. Love it. All right, we got everyone here. Perfect, perfect. Did you guys know that only 1% of YouTube channels ever reach 100,000 subscribers? 1%. 1%. So I thought about that exactly a year ago when I was frustrated that I'd been building my channel for years, since 2016. So it was exactly a year ago that I was at 40,000 subscribers that I was like, what the heck? How can I get to this big milestone of 100,000 subscribers? If only 1% of channels get there, we know that to have what the 1% have, we must do what 99% are not willing to do. So take a look, a year later, look at this jump. Whoosh. My channel reached 100,000 subscribers using the same strategies that I'm about to show you. And the best part about that is that my kids think that I'm just the coolest. The second best part is that content like this opens doors for you that paid ads can't, in terms of sustainable lead flow, speaking engagements, media attention. Because if you're a smart marketer, you're probably thinking, subscribers are cool, but I want buyers. Anyone here also want buyers instead of just subscribers? We don't want just subscribers. We want the result of the subscribers. Heck yeah. Awesome. I see the chat feature is working now. Awesome. You guys can switch your chat so it says everyone in the meeting. That way everyone can see your comments, including me and Christina. Thanks, Christina, for fixing that. Here we go. All right. So that's what this entire presentation is about: growing your business through YouTube, through disruptive content. With even if you're not on YouTube, this content can translate into Instagram, in TikTok, in Pinterest, in whatever platforms you're on, because disruptive content is a concept about getting attention to your business. And by doing what the 99% can't and don't know how to do, and therefore won't have the levels of success that you will. And just a disclaimer, guys, having 100,000 subscribers is an arbitrary number. You do not need to have a lot of subscribers to make a lot of money. There are YouTubers with massive followings who don't know how to monetize. And we also have clients with very small followings, even in the hundreds or a few thousand subscribers, who are making millions of dollars. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is called the DC approach, which stands for disruptive content approach. This is unconventional. This is an unapologetic way of building a brand on YouTube, on any content platform, to position your authority among the 1% of industry leaders, the category kings and queens. And by the way, guys, anytime I say something that you're interested in, that you're like, yes, I want that, please throw some ones in the chat. It like really fuels and inspires me to know that things are landing for you, or that you love this. It's also it's a great way to cement your knowledge by sharing a takeaway as you have it. So if I say something that you're like, that's a writer downer, write it down in the chat, because someone else might get a big epiphany from it, and the big epiphanies might also be from what you share. Awesome, cool, I love it. Because guys, with this new system, you're not just attracting an audience, you are magnetizing a mob of diehard, ready to buy prospects who would climb mountains to work with you. Yes, I see some ones in the chat for that, for sure. And that is all by creating iconic content and going against the algorithm. Ooh, what does that mean? Yes, we are talking about going against the almighty algorithm. This concept is unconventional, which is probably why most of your competitors are not bold enough to use this approach. Yet what I'm going to show you today is so transformational for brands. You will be able to not just sell a thing, but sell anything and be able to name your price. Charge anything you want. And I know that's a big promise, which of course I'm going to continue to back up multiple times over the course of this training. Cool? Should we dive in? Can we get some ones in that? We are the rebels. Let's see some ones or some yeses in the chat. Woo! Love it. Who can throw the most ones in the chat? Who can blow up the chat with the most ones? Let's see it. Love it. Okay, so you need to know that at the core, there we go, there it is. At the core of the DC approach, there are 3 content elevators that I'm going to share with you over this training. This has led to me making $3.2 million in sales for my business and, of course, growing. And I have been obsessed with testing and perfecting this system and making sure that it works in almost every single industry. And with what I'm going to share with you today, my goal is to give you all the tools and the resources and put you in the position so that you are one of the go-to experts in your space. What would that mean for your business? If people saw you and looked like, that's the leader of the industry, that is the icon of the industry. Heck yes, that's what I want for you. And then when people show up on calls for your business, they're already sold on what you have to offer. They're eager to work with you, which changes the game for sales calls, right? It makes them so much easier, even enjoyable. I can't remember the last time, oh, I'm hearing some audio somewhere. Mute you guys, thanks, awesome. I can't remember the last time that I was on a call with someone who hadn't already binge watched my content with their minds made up that they're like, yes, I trust this person, ready to go. Wouldn't that be amazing to have that in your business? That's what I want for you. With this relationship, there's no need for marketing ploys or pushy tactics. You don't have to convince people to become customers because they already know and trust you. All you have to do is pick and choose who you want to be working with. Sounds cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm seeing some more ones for that. Guys, I've been in this game for almost a decade. I haven't seen anyone else teach anything remotely similar to this, at least to my awareness. So if you are genuinely hungry to the point that you want to make a name for yourself, to be recognized in public, or have a continuous stream of leads and lay down some lasting legacy ROI. I love it, Carol. I can't wait. You are exactly in the right place. Buckle up, lean in, throw some ones in the chat. Let's see maybe some fire emojis. I love it. Let's go. First things first, one important thing that I need to tell you, and I feel not many people would tell you this, but I feel I owe it to you. Here's the real truth about content. Building an iconic legacy brand takes time and effort, right? That's not surprising. Like the strategies I'm going to share with you today, they work not just for me, but for other businesses as well in all kinds of industries. But we're playing a really important game here that is the long game. The long game takes time and effort. That's something that so many people don't want to hear. I read this post on Twitter the other day, and this guy confirmed what I'm talking about. He said, this is the truth that we're dealing with. My slides are a little slow. Let's go. There we go. This is the truth we're dealing with. I spent a weekend at a mastermind with business owners generating $500,000 a month minimum. My biggest takeaway is everyone wants to own a business built on organic traffic rather than paid ads. The problem is no one wants to write organic content every single day for 3 years. So guys, what this means is that the number one biggest moat inside of your business is your ability to deliver bucket loads of premium value content to your market. And if this is a struggle for you and you know that you need to establish unquestionable top of mind awareness in the market, you are in the right place. We're going to cover a lot in this training, okay? Can you guys do me a favor? This is what I've been waiting for. I love to hear that. So guys, do me a favor. I'm going to run through a bullet point list of all the things that I want to cover in this training that I think you guys want to create in your business. And every time I do, can you please put a 1 in the chat? Just blow up the chat every time I say something that you're like, yes, I want that, okay? I'm going to list off a few things, put in a 1 or some emojis in the chat, okay? Number 1, how I was able to take my business from 6 figures in debt to making multiple 7 figures in revenue year after year, largely thanks to disruptive content and YouTube. Oh, yep, yes, I want that. Here we go. Lots of ones. How business owners inside of our inner circle are using an unapologetic approach to content to become an undeniable icon of their industry and be in complete control of their lead generation. Oh, yeah, baby. Why disruptive content is the perfect place for business owners who want to reach more people, create a bigger impact, and deliver mind-blowing results to their clients, which works in almost any market. So anyone here that will this work for me? Stay tuned. I'm going to prove it to you. And lastly, how to consistently and predictably attract clients that you love working with, even if you don't have thousands of subscribers and hundreds of videos. I can't even keep up with all these ones. Yes. I got some more for you too, if you guys are into this. What the 1% of business owners on YouTube know, who get the best opportunities, the best money, and the best clients, that 99% of the always hustling business owners don't. And why clients that come from this strategy can be way more fun to work with, pay the most, get the best results, compared to clients that come from sporadic lead gen methods such as ads, social media, networking, and even referrals. Cool? Guys, the chat is like blowing up like crazy. I think we are all in the right place. I'm so glad you're here. So let's keep this going. I was able to take my business from 6 figures in debt to multiple 7 figures in revenue in just 3 years. I've received two Common Club awards from Russell Brunson for generating over $3 million in sales through ClickFunnels. I spoke at Funnel Hacking Live in front of more than 5,000 business owners on why YouTube is the best channel for building a legacy brand and creating a steady, consistent flow of leads to your business. I've worked with names like Damon John from Shark Tank. Any Shark Tank fans here? Anyone love Shark Tank? Love Russell? Yeah, he's so great. I love Shark Tank. Such a fun show. LinkedIn has flown me out to their studios in California to train their people on how to increase their sales and customers through video. And since 2016, I haven't seen anything work better than YouTube for consistently driving high quality leads to your business. And I want to asterisk that. High quality, guys. The best leads come from YouTube. Okay, in the last few months, I released 2 videos, just 2, that brought my channel to 100,000 subscribers. 2 videos. The first one was featured in 2 film festivals and won Best Social Short at the Manhattan Film Festival and won again at the LA Documentary Film Festival. Got invitations to large speaking engagements and interviews on big name podcasts, which helped me to scale my business, get a ton of publicity for my brand, and find even more high level opportunities. Yeah, we can throw some ones in the chat for that. Heck yeah, what? I know. So what I'm saying is, if you want to get better clients, higher paying clients, and scale your business, positioning you as the undeniable category king or queen, the icon of your industry, without hustling for 12 hours a day and sacrificing time with family and burning out, then YouTube, disruptive content is the way to go. Can I get some more ones in the chat for that? Heck yes. Here's some audio again. Maybe Christina, if you can check on someone's mics there. Cool. The other day I got this notification, this message from a client. Oh, here it is. Got it. This is my client, Doug. He said, we have over 1,000 people registered for our next webinar, filled to 1,000 people in 3 weeks, all coming from YouTube. This is just one of the big wins that we see every day with our clients. Like I said, if you want more and better clients, disruptive content is the best tool you can leverage. I love seeing this in the chat. I want that. You're blowing up the chat with emojis and ones. Thank you. This is so fulfilling to me. It gets me all hyped up and fired up to give even more to you. So thank you. However, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind, okay? The unconventional YouTube strategy that I'm going to share with you today may not work for you. Ooh, why do I say that? Because sure, this system works for any product in any niche, but the results you get from it will depend on what you put into it. Just anything, right? Many people will probably come here thinking, I just want to get rich quick thing. They watch this presentation, they forget about it the next day, and they move on to the next thing. So let me tell you something. If you were looking for a drive-by and you're not willing to commit to this strategy, chances are this won't work for you. If you think that you just create a few low-effort videos and just become an overnight success, whoa! Unfortunately, things don't work out like that. Because if you want to become the face of your industry, become like the next Hormozy or the next Gary Vee of your niche, then you have to be willing to put in the work, right? Makes sense? Commit to the strategy, heck yes. When it comes to content, we always say be obsessed or be average. And we're obsessed with your outcome. That's why you won't find anything like this anywhere else. Because while 90% of coaches will talk about instant gratification, we only go for real long-term results. Legacy ROI results take time, just like anything else worth it in life, right? If you think about it, the most successful and iconic people are the ones who are obsessed with the outcome. I love this. Hashtag obsessed, committed, obsessed, not just going through the motions, both in business and in their content. Take Mr. Beast, for example. You guys know this guy? If you don't, your kids do, for sure. Did you know after posting 100 videos, he only had 760 subscribers? Now, he has 200 million subscribers. The status quo marketers would have given up before even hitting 100 videos. But not Mr. Beast. He played the long game. the only game worth playing. Can you imagine if you gave up early? You would have been able to impact all these people all around the world, cure 1,000 people's blindness, help 2,000 amputees walk again. How many of you guys here created your business so you can make an impact in people's lives? That you're not here to do a few quick little effort gimmicks and then give up if it doesn't work right away, because there's people, including your family. Impact, amen. He has been able to change so many lives around the globe. Plus, he's made a heck of a lot of money, close to $1 billion right now. Or who knows this guy? A lot of entrepreneurs here, so I imagine you do. This is Hormozy. Perfect example of someone who can sell anything. You guys see the big training he did? 500,000 registrants for a live training, a world record, and people clamoring for a hat. He sold a hat that came along with his books on this call. Hormozy, when he started creating content, he had a game plan, a 10-year commitment to the craft. He hit the 1 million subscriber mark in under 2 years. 2 years. That is not an overnight success story. That is grit, perseverance, and commitment. When you commit to the long game, you show up differently. You create with a purpose, not for a payoff. And eventually, you'll still get both. It's not a matter of if it will happen. It's a matter of if you will keep at it until it does. Okay, and I know that you are not status quo. You wouldn't be here if you were. So let's put some ones in the chat if you're not aiming to be average. Okay, let me see those ones. Blow up the chat with some ones if you are not average. Oh yeah, so many ones in the chat for that. So guys, moral of the story is, if you want to see results with what I'm going to share with you today, and not just any results, we're looking for absolutely groundbreaking legacy ROI type results, and you have to be consistent and bold and obsessed with the result. You guys cool with that? I see a lot. I won't quit. I am unstoppable. I love this, Carol. All right, I know you already are, because if you were here, it means you care about your business, you care about your team, your clients, and the good news is that when you put in the work, the results are massive. Check this one out. Case in point, Chris Abbot, he's a great friend and client of mine. He came to me about 2-3 years ago. He helps pastors and churches. And at the time, the pandemic had shut down all of his churches. How many here were affected by the pandemic? I should see tons of ones in the chat for that. Pretty sure all of us were, right? His business was practically dead. So when he came to me, he was in a very dicey situation. Yeah. Lots of us were affected, huh? He had less than $2,200 to his name. Ugh. Many people would have said that Chris was a lost cause, but check this out. There we go. I did not know this at the time. He only told me this months later, which is crazy. But even though Chris was pretty much broke, he was 1,000% committed to the strategy that I'm going to share with you today, which allowed him to enroll 2 new clients for a total of $11,000 within 3 weeks of taking action. And he had less than 100 subscribers at the time. So what I want you to get from this is that small channel size, small following is an excuse that has been holding you back until today. Okay? Agreed? I see some emojis in the chat for that. The very next month, he made $82,000 with a brand new YouTube channel. Yeah, we can see some more ones in the chat for that. How encouraging is that? Chris says that the difference between people who come through YouTube and paid ads is night and day. People would come like shields up, skeptical, unwilling to answer questions, and wouldn't be as interested in what he had to offer from ads. But people that came through YouTube, on the other hand, would show up on calls literally thanking him for all the amazing content he's putting out, because by the time they book a call with him, they're already sold on what he has to offer. They've already binge watched most of his videos. They show up on the call while it's open, ready to work with him, and just 3 years, he scaled to $4 million. Can we blow up the chat with some ones for that? Some like virtual applause for Chris there. Ones are for winners. When we recently met, he said that my approach to YouTube changed his life, which was a very deep moment for me. Pretty touching, right? And Chris is not alone in these results. Many other business owners saw game-changing benefits of disruptive YouTube content. Here's Mary Adkins, who more than doubled her usual enrollment to her high-ticket program. She gets 1 qualified application for her program every 2 days organically. And when I say qualified, I mean her YouTube leads have a 60% acceptance rate. And she says here she's overwhelmed by the success. Her normal enrollment is 6 per month, and in this month she was at 19 so far, with more joining over the next few days. Here's Trey Barrer, who went from having a Facebook group which was barely driving any leads to now people, he says, come to him begging him to join his program. He says here, someone paid $9.97 without even getting on the web class. They said, I've been watching your content and I just want your academy. The business partner here says, we're at $48,000 in 4 weeks. So cool. Nikki got $50,000 in sales from her in the first week in the program from one post. Can you imagine generating $50,000 from one post? And guess what? You can just do that post over and over again. Edit the post. We have more where that came from. Dr. Lauren Duroy, she's been consistently making over $10,000 every month with the help of her YouTube strategies, and she's on track to hitting her first $50,000 in a single month. Cool? What I've been given to share with the world is crying for. Yes! You guys are my people. Christina, thank you for having me here today. I love this energy. Like, you guys are amazing, and this is exactly who this content is created for. People who want to make a massive impact and know that the world is on fire and needs your help. How? Let me help you. Here we go. Oh, you there, Christina?
Yes, I'm here. Yes. No, I love it. It just goes to show you making such a great point about how the fact that with ads, when you said that, that really struck me, because ads, everybody is skeptical. And when you have a warm audience that follows you and knows, likes, and trusts you, it makes such a difference. That alone, it should be such a takeaway for everybody to know that it's building that trust. And people on YouTube have that when you're following somebody. So just love it. Amazing.
Yes, with leads like this, you need less leads to make more money, because by the time they come to you, they're intimate. They already know you, which I'm going to tell you more about soon. So that said, how would your life and business change if you became like the legend of your industry, generating a consistent flow of high quality clients that are coming to you every single day? You don't have to be the one that's you're hustling and trying to go hunt and find them. What would that mean for you? Can we just dream for a second? Write in the chat. What would that allow you to be able to do? Like, for me, I wanted to buy my dream house. I wanted to be able to take my family on vacations. I wanted to be able to set my own schedule so I could take my kids to school, or maybe just some days play hooky and go to the water park. My kids love the water park. Work from anywhere, freedom, yes. So, tons of amazing reasons here. Be able to homeschool my kids, yes. I want that for you. So guys, here was my breaking point, which was actually the turning point. Maybe you've experienced something similar where you have this breakdown, but it ends up being your breakthrough. Let me tell you a little bit about this. It was 3 o'clock in the morning and I was crying. I was on the phone with my mentor, crying about how devastated I felt because I had to let go of one of my employees. Anyone here ever have to let go of someone on your team before? You have to fire them because you can't make ends meet? That sucks, doesn't it? I didn't want to do that. It felt like a part of my soul would die for letting her go, but I knew I had to stop the bleeding. I was already 6 figures in debt. My business wasn't making any money. The webinar funnel we were running wasn't cutting it. I was dumping thousands of dollars into ads with nothing to show for it. The people who booked a call were nowhere near the dream client I wanted to work with. They were always skeptical, unwilling to answer questions, looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. I was burnt out, losing passion for what I was doing. It was no longer about reaching more people and making a bigger impact. I was in don't die mode. Anyone ever been there? Don't die mode? It was a matter of survival, unfortunately. So I did what had to be done. I stopped the bleeding. And at that certain point, I was convinced that I just wasn't cut out to build a business. But then something totally unexpected happened. One lead came from YouTube. I had a YouTube channel at the time that I just recently put out this new style of video that this guy happened to find. And I was a little skeptical about lead coming in through organic, but I got on a call with that one person and I closed him for $15,000. Easiest sale of my life. And that's when I had this huge breakthrough. The people coming in from YouTube were way more qualified than those who came from Facebook ads. The leads from YouTube didn't need to be sold because by the time they booked a call, they'd already binge watched my videos. They wanted what I had to offer. And I know you probably think that scaling organic is hard and slow, but trust me, in my experience, good content beats ads big time. And guess what? Content is ads. If you don't have that as a framework for it, your ads are going to be a shot in the dark. So that's the first time I saw how powerful organic content is and YouTube for lead generation. But then something changed. Let me know if you also noticed this. YouTube became saturated. Like, a lot. When people saw the power of this platform, thousands of competitors started posting on YouTube. So today, if you want to really leverage the power of YouTube, you can't just post any videos. If it was like that, everyone would have a sea of clients. Today, YouTube is not enough. For the last decade, YouTube creativity has been shaped by marketing greats like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, but that's created a sea of content that looks exactly the same. You need to be able to stand out in the sea of sameness and differentiate yourself from the same old, boring, talking head content. And to do that, you need to be able to do what 99% of people are not willing to do, which is being disruptive, challenging the status quo, having your own customized and unapologetic brand fame formula to make a massive impact and profit. And when you do that, you've already pushed the wrong people away. The ones who wouldn't spend money with you anyway. Instead, you get on a call with someone from being a YouTube lead. You already know that they resonate with your message and your values. They've already binge watched your videos, which means that they know you, like you, and trust you. And this makes enrolling them as a client so much easier and effortless. There's no sleazy sales tactics, no arm twisting, no urgent offers. I can't remember the last time that I got on a call with someone that didn't know who I was, because right now I'm mostly talking to people who already want what I have to offer, which makes the whole sales process a whole lot easier, even enjoyable. I don't even call them sales calls anymore. We call them enrollment calls, because I'm only talking to people who already want to work with me. That is the power of disruptive content on YouTube. Once you use that, you really become the face of your industry. And if you think about it, that's how icons like Mr. Beast, Gary Vee, and Joe Rogan are able to sell anything to their audiences. They're so unapologetic with what they do and say that the sale is just like a natural consequence of their content relationship. I like to say that clients who come through YouTube disruptive content are similar to the clients that you get from referrals. They're aware of who you are and what you do. They resonate with your values. They believe that you can help them solve their problem, and they're willing to pay good money for it. The only difference is that getting referrals isn't consistent or predictable. Like 1 month you could be good. The next month you could be worried about how you're going to pay the mortgage and your bills. No one wants to be there, right? Whereas with YouTube content, you get the chance to build a consistent flow of high quality leads coming into your business almost daily. When you combine the power of YouTube with the power of unapologetic content that we designed to position you as the category king or queen, you have complete control over your lead generation. You become the industry leader. It allows you to pick the clients you want to work with. But just to pause for a second, because I hear this common elephant come up in these rooms. If you're wondering, do I need a big channel to make thousands of subscribers, or to make money, a channel with thousands of subscribers to make money from YouTube? And just out of curiosity, can you guys put in the chat how many YouTube subscribers you have, even if you're starting from zero? I love starting channels from zero. From scratch, like blank canvas, so much room to grow. Love it. We got them 3,000, 0, 222, 36, a bunch of zeros, yep. 300, no channel yet, love it. Great. So the question was, do you need a big channel to make money from YouTube? Common question, great question. I would love to answer your question. The answer is, whoops, why did my slide go crazy? The answer is no. Because the last time I checked, you can deposit likes and subscribers in your bank account, right? There are big YouTubers with big followings that don't know how to monetize. The truth is, sure, it's helpful, but you don't need thousands of subscribers. I love this. Okay, 3,426, 453, no YouTube channel, tons of people with no YouTube channel, which means you're in the right place. Chris Abbot that I mentioned, he's one of our most successful clients, had less than 100 subscribers. 3 weeks into working with us, made $11,000 from 2 leads. The next month made $82,000, which is huge, with less than 100 subscribers. 2 years later, Chris now has a little over 13,000 subscribers, and he consistently makes 6 figures every single month with the lead coming from YouTube. Another elephant in the room that we see is YouTube going to work for my business? So if you're saying, is it going to work for my niche? And also, by the way, why don't you put in the chat, what niches are you guys in? I'd love to see where you guys are coming from, what kind of businesses you're in. Maybe we can even brainstorm some brand fame formulas in the chat. These slides are going crazy here. What's happening? Just a second. a lot of people come into this thinking my industry is special, and they see how YouTube will work for any other niche under the sun, but not for theirs. Most of my clients were thinking that before they saw the massive results that came through YouTube. For instance, Laura Alexis here, she's one of our amazing clients. She was very skeptical at the beginning of her YouTube. Her niche is very specific. She's in plastic surgery recovery. And so she wasn't really sure that she could get the right lead, but here she says she went from 0 to 6 figures with just one messaging and offer tweak that we gave her. She was less than 2 months in. She posted this recently saying, we officially increased revenue by 160% over the last month. Look at this. We see some music artist, health and fitness coach, health coaching delivery service, but we do it in costumes. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Children's entertainment, spiritual manifesting healing. We've got some big clients with that. Holistic business, health coaches, lifestyle products, hair salons, med spas, Reiki. Oh, lots of incredible niches here, guys. And I love seeing all these industries in the chat. I get so many ideas for all the kind of disruptive content that we could create with this. And guys, with what's possible with AI these days, now is the time to disrupt and connect in a more human way than anyone else. And let me add this, there are over 2 billion unique users on YouTube every single month. So when someone asks me, is my audience on YouTube? Are you sure they haven't moved over to TikTok? Let's also consider the mindset someone is in when they're consuming TikToks. They're looking for quick entertainment. They're in line at the grocery store. They might even be on the toilet, just saying, okay? Right now, YouTube is the second most active social media platform after Facebook. So yes, your audience is on YouTube, and we've already established why Facebook isn't cutting it, because the leads are bad, okay? According to Mr. Beast, who is likely going to become YouTube's first billionaire, he says YouTube isn't going anywhere anytime soon, which makes this platform the best place for business owners who don't just want to chase leads, but have leads coming to you. If there is one place your audience hangs out, it is most likely YouTube. And when you implement the disruptive content approach, you hook the audience, the attention of a massive portion of your audience. You position yourself as an unwavering authority in the eyes of your dream clients and turn viewers of your content, of your channel, into a consistent flow of high-paying clients that you enjoy working with. Now, here's the part that we need to get real about. If YouTube is so powerful for entrepreneurs to generate high-quality leads to their businesses, why is it that 99% of entrepreneurs on YouTube cannot generate a consistent flow of clients to their business? Like we said, today you can't just post any video on YouTube. If it was easy, everyone would succeed with it, right? So the reason why the majority of businesses can't generate good leads from YouTube is one of 3 things, okay? We're gonna go into it right now. Here we go. Number 1, they're afraid to be controversial with their content. Number 2, they're creating content for the algorithm. And number 3, they focus on instant ROI instead of legacy ROI. Let's break these down one by one, okay? Cool? All in? Can I get some emojis in the chat? Make sure you guys are still with me. Excited for this? Heck yeah, I get some see some ones. Yes, I love that. Blow it up. Here we go. All right, number 1 is that they're afraid to be controversial with their content. All right, do you know the number 1 reason why people don't click on a video? Like, why is it that they could see a video, but they will never click on it? Any guesses? Because they already know what it's going to be about. For most content creators, as soon as their audience hears them, they know what they're going to say. So they don't even click. Clicking on a video is an attention investment. Can somebody put in the chat attention investment, which is very valuable for people. So if your content is predictable, they'll never decide to invest their time and attention with you. That's why to have what the 1% have, you have to be willing to do what the 99% are not willing to do. The creators who are blowing up in their categories are the ones who embrace controversy. So here's an example. CoffeeZilla. Anyone know who CoffeeZilla is? This guy has become a YouTube behemoth. Gary Vee is another great example. Yes. This guy has become a YouTube behemoth in the last couple of years by exposing scams and fraudsters. But he didn't get to 3 million subscribers by repurposing content that he just found on the internet. He could have done that, but he decided to go deeper than that. He interviews fraudsters. He does his own investigations, and sometimes down the road he gets like threats or blackmail for it. That's what we call being in the 1%. Let's just for a second back up. What are the 99% doing that we don't want to blend in with? what are the 99% doing? Feel free to put in the chat what the 99% are doing. The 99% are eager to fit in. But fitting in is failing. They're playing it safe. But playing it safe is risky. They're avoiding criticism. Avoiding criticism is boring, whereas the people who have projects that are never criticized are the ones who ultimately fail. If you think about people, businesses, and brands that are iconic, constantly talked about, they're not status quo. We have nothing to say about status quo. Audiences don't rave about ordinary. Now, I don't mean that you need to get sued or threatened for your content. And when I'm talking about being disruptive, it doesn't mean you have to go out there and be mean or be controversial in the sense that you are attacking anyone else. Who are some other public and historical figures that have been controversial? Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus. Those were people that were willing to take a stand for what they believed in and willing to get criticism for it, and ultimately were the ones who were remembered. CoffeeZilla, just as that example, he has 3 million subscribers that are not just followers, they're more like diehard fans. Because when you create content that might be polarizing because you're taking a stand for something, you attract diehards, not just subscribers. Okay, and being bold comes with its own set of costs, like stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, going against the grain, being willing to fail, people not liking you. The real cost isn't what I said. The real cost is in the status quo. Put a 1 in the chat if you're allergic to being in the status quo. See that blow up with someone. By the way, feel free to put questions in the chat. I'll answer them as I can, but I'm also going to come to questions at the end. I see Purdy, you have a question. Or Pundi, so cool to see you. Little one in here. I will absolutely answer some questions for you guys at the end. Hello. So cool. All right, ready to move on to number 2? Number 2 here. The number 2 mistake is that they're making content for the algorithm. What does that mean? Let me explain. One of the worst mistakes business owners can make on YouTube is that they are solely focused on creating content for algorithms. They spend so much time working on keywords and titles and tags and descriptions that they're thinking that SEO will drive more viewers and buyers to their business. And while that's true to a degree, most people on YouTube don't put the effort into creating quality content that's different from everything else out there. And the truth that I think you might want to write down here is that no amount of SEO can outdo a bad video. Okay? That's a writer downer. No amount of SEO can outdo a bad video, which is why 99% of business owners never see big results from YouTube. So if you want more people to find you and to drive more quality leads to your business and enroll better clients, you have to go against the YouTube algorithm instead of creating content for the algorithm. When you create content for the person watching your videos, at the end of the day, it's all about creating an experience for the people watching your content. You'll even hear me say, don't make videos, make experiences. The 1% of business owners on YouTube don't focus on the algorithm. They focus on creating amazing content for the viewer. They're so obsessed with creating quality content that it hurts their soul to not create good content. Throwing something up and hoping that it hits is the wrong approach to creating a consistent flow of high quality clients to your business. Because if you don't put in the time, you don't get obsessed with producing quality content, then things are probably just not, you don't reach wild levels of success by just doing the bare minimum, which is what I'm here to help you do. To help you to create skyrocketing content that's going to make you a client magnet. Okay, there was a year where I did 5 videos a week because I was like, I'm committed. I'm making this incredible talking head content. I thought that this was the key to leads and fame and subscribers. Do you know what I got? I got burnt out. In that time, I also increased 20,000 subscribers, but check this out. In 2023, I put out 2 videos. I got canceled on fabricating a scandal, and we crossed 100,000 subscribers. We won awards at film festivals, featured in media, invited to large speaking engagements. Do you guys see the difference? That's why the 1% don't ask, am I going to be successful with this? They ask themselves, am I putting out enough quality content to be successful? And when I'm talking about quality content, And so someone's asking here, do you need a lot of tech or equipment? My best equipment is this thing right here. How many of you guys have a phone that has a great camera on it? Do you know that Lady Gaga, Selena Gomez, their recent music videos were filmed on their iPhone? If it's good enough for them, it is good enough for you. Heck yes. Video editing software, there's free stuff, iMovie, catchy graphics or thumbnails, Canva. Cool. That's why you gotta be thoughtful and intentional about every single video you create. Because when you create content that's actually good, people in your niche will watch it. And we design your strategy so they continue to watch more of your videos, which means they're spending more time on YouTube. YouTube sees that and rewards you for it because then they start recommending your videos to more and more people. There is no other platform that is going to put your content in front of more people and actually pay you to do it. Okay? Which is how people are going to then find you, seek you out for your services, and that's how you build a consistent flow of clients coming to your business. Because you see what's going on here? When you go against the algorithm, you actually make the algorithm work for you. Because when you create good content for the viewer, you end up keeping more people on the platform. YouTube rewards you for this. It sends more people your way. However, if you're getting number 1 and 2, the last thing that you need to keep you into that YouTube success is this mistake, is if people are focusing on instant ROI instead of legacy ROI. So we just talked about how important it is to have good content, right? The YouTube creators who prioritize the algorithm over the quality of the video are focusing on instant ROI and leaving behind the legacy ROI. So what does this mean? It's the difference between the one-hit wonders and the hit makers who endure long enough to create a legacy. Who comes to mind when I say one-hit wonder? Put in the chat. Who are some one-hit wonders that you can think of? I know people put names like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, Macarena, Milli Vanilli. Yeah, a lot of Milli Vanilli. You guys all said that. Yeah. One-hit wonder. We don't want to be a one-hit wonder, right? Okay, here's a question. Do you guys know who this guy is? Morgan Spurlock. If you don't know him by his name, it's like half and half whenever I ask this. Half of you guys do, half of you guys don't. You might remember him by his hit. Who saw Super Size Me? 2004 documentary, took the world by storm. $65,000 budget, grossed $22 million. Academy Award nomination. Amazing. Oh yeah, where has he been? Huh? Okay, so I made feel free to screenshot this. I made a spreadsheet here on what actually makes a hit versus being a one-hit wonder. And so I'm just gonna give you 3 seconds to screenshot this. For timing, I gotta move on. 3, 2, 1. All right, who knows who this guy is? We all know who this guy is, right? Blow the chat with some ones if you know who this is. Is it even possible for Tom Hanks to make a bad movie? Okay, so what's the difference between these two? Pretty obvious, huh? So there's a difference between creating a piece of content that generates a huge buzz and content that consistently disrupts the market. This is another one that you can take a screenshot of, the difference between one-hit wonders versus constant hit makers, okay? It's about understanding your audience, the market. It's about being bold, taking risks and offering something new and unexpected, but creating a buzz is just the beginning. The real challenge and the real opportunity is turning that buzz into a lasting legacy. And to do that, we need to think in decades, not days. We want to see each piece of content not as an isolated event, but as part of a larger narrative. A narrative that tells the story of your brand, your values, your vision. And buzz can be fleeting, it can come and go, but a brand is enduring. And that's what's going to make you iconic. This is how we want to talk about what you stand for, how we add value. So don't just think in terms of creating buzz, think in terms of building your brand. With Legacy ROI, you can generate revenue off your name forever without having to hard sell with gimmicks or sleazy tactics, because everyone already knows who you are and recognizes your authority and credibility. So that's the difference between long-term impact over short-term gains. The long game versus and leaving a legacy over views and vanity metrics. Okay, so these are the 3 things that are stopping creators from generating high-quality leads consistently on YouTube, and there is nothing better than YouTube disruptive content for your business. And also, because let's just look at some of the options you have right now. Paid ads versus YouTube. Paid ads, you gotta pay for them. YouTube is free. Paid ads, people are skeptical when they show up on calls with you. YouTube, they've already binge watched your content by the time they get on those calls. Networking events versus YouTube, again, they can be free, but you gotta pay for the events, pay for travel. It can be inconsistent. You don't have authority over the people unless you're the one speaking on the stage at the events. Let's see, referrals, which both sides you get great clients, instant authority, but with referrals, it's inconsistent and unpredictable. With this, my whole goal for you is to be in control of your lead generation. My life and business has completely changed because of this approach. I have control over my lead generation efforts. I've scaled to multiple 7 figures in revenue. I love the clients that come through YouTube because they've already binge watched a bunch of my videos before they booked a call. So they already know and trust me and want what I have to offer, which means the sales process is more like an enrollment process. I don't have to use sleazy sales tactics or come up with fake urgency offers to get clients. I used to be on a content hamster wheel. Who's been on the content hamster wheel? You're like, oh, I have to put out more content to get more leads, to get more clients. From this strategy, I have quit the hustle game. I regained my passion, and now I can easily make plans into the future knowing that I have a consistent flow of clients coming into my business. That's why I love YouTube. And honestly, it is so fun to create bold content on this platform because I know what it's like to look at content like it's a chore. It's taken my business to a whole new level. I've reached way more people. I've had a way bigger impact than before, and it's brought peace to my life. I don't have to hustle to just get a couple leads. I don't have people that talk to me like a used car salesman. And if there's something I don't resonate with, I just don't do it, which has made me so much happier. Can I show you one more part of this? That this is what builds a legacy brand that will create a positive impact for years and decades. Look at this. I have shot and produced hundreds of top-notch videos over the years that are generating me leads. But the cool thing is, if I stopped doing YouTube altogether, I'd still have high-quality leads coming to my business years down the line. You can't get that from any other platform or any ads. Like, check out this video. This is from 2016. This video is still generating me leads to this day. It has over 800,000 views. People are still watching it to this day, which means I'm getting fresh and new leads even today. And guess what? It took me 15 minutes to record. 15 minutes against hundreds, if not thousands of leads years down the road. And hundreds of thousands of dollars generated thanks to just this one video. You guys, you've seen I've made more videos since, right? Would you potentially trade 15 minutes today filming content that would potentially generate hundreds of even thousands of high quality leads down the road? Let me know if you would. Blow up the chat with some ones for that. Of course you would. Here's the thing though. Videos like this can take some time to incubate. And although you can see fast results like Chris Abbot, who made $11,000 within 3 weeks of doing this, YouTube is a long game and the only game worth playing. Take a look at these results. After his first call with us, Victor LaChica said he made $20,000 in the same week, over $100,000 since he started working with us. Jim made $32,000. Dr. Lauren Duroy consistently making over $10,000 every single month. Walter Terry hitting over his $1.5 million. Andy, who has this hockey stick growth. Anita saying her channel has grown over 1,000% in watch time and views, and so much more. Do you know what all of these people had in common? They all elevated their brands to be iconic through what I call the 3 content elevators. Do you guys want to see those 3 content elevators? Throw up some ones, blow up the chat with some ones for that. They were so highly positioned that no one could question their authority. And that's...
Okay, everyone. I'm super sad to say that I'm gonna have to go ahead and stop the training. But this training is like an hour and 40 minutes, all right? So what I may have to do, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can somehow get this training over to my Facebook page, Kiki's Talk Facebook page. I'm gonna try my best. I can't make any promises, but I'm gonna try my best, all right? But the good news is you did get probably about 53 minutes, so almost an hour of the training so far. All right, but the training is like an hour and 40 minutes, but it is an amazing training. And Marley gave a ton of gems. And big shout out to Christina Woe, just for even, producing this training and getting us so much exposure to Marley. So shout out to Christina for that. But this is an amazing training. I hope you took a ton of notes. So if you haven't gotten anything from this, which I hope you have gotten a ton of value, ton of gems, but if you have not, I'm going to tell you, if you didn't get anything from it, just to know this. Start today. If you want to create a channel, if you've been procrastinating on creating a YouTube channel, my recommendation is start today. Make some type of content today, something valuable, of course, to your viewers. Definitely be teachable, but start something today. All right. So I don't know what your niche is, but don't think your niche is not something that cannot offer value on YouTube. Okay, do not have that mindset. All right, so what I'm telling you is whatever your niche is, it doesn't matter what it is, use that towards your advantage. All right, just like what Marley was saying, there is so many people that is just sitting around not taking advantage of YouTube. So don't be that person. Take advantage, start making content. I promise you will not regret. All right. A lot of people run to go ahead and do paid ads just because it's almost the easiest route. Yes, you are, having to pay for it, but it's still easy because of the fact that you really not doing the work. All you're doing is, trying to figure out a way to make the payment and pay for the ad. But that's the only hard part you're doing on your part. And the rest is easy, right? But when it comes to like trying to do YouTube or whatever, YouTube is free, y'all. It is free, but it's hard because you thinking about, okay, what type of content can I produce? I don't even know what kind of content I can produce. I don't even know if I want to make a video showing myself. You start thinking, I don't know if I look good enough. I don't know if I can, come up with something that I can even talk about. Stop being in your own head. Stop getting in your own way. You can come up with content. You can, start educating. Start showing people that your business, your business is good. That you can go out here and educate, and you can offer value, and you can show people how your business is good enough for people to start working with you. All right, so hopefully all this makes sense. If you have questions about anything about this episode that I did, you can definitely reach out to me. My email is kiki_talk@yahoo.com. Also, you can find me on Facebook. All right, that's really it. That's all I really gotta say. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. I hope you found this all valuable. Like I was saying, hit me up if you have questions. That's really it. I hope everyone have an amazing, blessed day or blessed night. Love y'all. Bye.